Hello there, and welcome to Arcade Racing Central. Today we've got a review of Victory Heat Rally. Victory Heat Rally was successfully kickstarted back in 2020. Its power drift vibes and SEGA Super Scaler-esque style seemingly resonating with many. And now that it's out there, is it the one that we've been wanting for all of these years? Before we move on with the review, I would like to give you the spiel. Victory Heat Rally is available on PC and Nintendo Switch. No code was provided for this review, but for our guest second opinion by NoMooreMercy, a code was provided. Victory Heat Rally is a console-style racer. It has 46 courses set over 12 environments. It has 12 characters, each with their own unique car and stats. The game contains career, cup, single race, time trial, and split-screen multiplayer modes. There's been a small but steady movement in the indie space to keep the arcade racing genre alive over the last decade. And after some disappointing false starts and cancellations, it's a relief to be able to say that Victory Heat Rally legitimately delivers. Indie developers SkyDevilPalm are just one studio striving to bring back the golden era of racing. And they've delivered one of the best arcade races, indie or otherwise, in an absolute age. The first thing that wows is Victory Heat Rally's incredibly assured visual identity. Using a deft mix of 2D sprites for vehicles and trackside objects, with 3D elements, the visuals are brilliant. It's 16-bit, 32-bit, and modern simultaneously. Love it. It also features some of the best use of colour in an arcade racer in recent times. There's nothing but SEGA Blue Skies here. Everything is detailed, smooth, and easy to read at the speeds you'll be travelling at. A real visual tour de force from beginning to end. Victory Heat Rally also kills it in the audio department, starting with some amazing music. G-Wiz and Robta have worked to create the perfect musical accompaniment to the racing action. It's fast-paced and of incredible quality, with stylistic cues taken not only from past Sega racing titles, but you can hear Sonic Rush and Sonic Adventure in there too. The influences aren't just limited to Sega either, as you'll be treated to some amazing tracks from G-Wiz that could have very easily been lifted directly from the first few Ridge Racer games. There's not a single dud amongst the music tracks. It's all just brilliant stuff. The sound effects are fantastic too. Clever sound design means that things like drifting and boost cues can be read entirely by ear. A personal bugbear was the super well done voice acting, which Arcade Racing Central found to be just a little too much after a while. It really all comes down to taste though, so if you're into the over-top anime thing, it may just entirely be your thing. All in all though, Victory Heat Rally will likely knock your socks off.
Easy winding right. Easy winding left. Easy.
You're in for a treat. Swift as a shadow. Try not to blink.
Character design is also unappealing to this reviewer, who finds them awkward and off-putting. None of it is badly drawn, it's all super stylish actually, but some could find it cringy. Each to their own, as some of you will love it for sure. The vehicles are better, but their palette swap paint jobs are boring, and as a result, there's a distinct lack of player connection with the cars. A real shame. Better liveries would have gone a long way toward giving them more personality. The controls in Victory Heat Rally are excellent. The no-brake, all-drift action is SEGA all over and takes cues from the house that Sumo Digital built. Feeling in line with Sonic and SEGA All-Stars Racing, Transformed and Outrun 2. Whether you go analog or digital for steering, you're golden. It is tuned to perfection on both sides of the spectrum. The boost system is familiar but nuanced. You can build up 3 levels of boost, and to release it, you simply straighten up and exit the drift. Chain drifts together to accrue more boost, then unleash it when it suits you. Character stats affect how fast boost accumulates, amongst other attributes, and details like that give the gameplay in Victory Heat Rally some depth and replayability. The controls are simply tight. Once you're comfy with them, you'll find any slip-ups are indeed on you. There's a nagging feeling that an additional layer of complexity is missing here, but save that refinement for the sequel, it's all good. Great controls pair well with amazing track design, and wow, are there a lot of them or what? Learning the rhythm of each track and point-to-point course is an absolute joy. The 46 high-quality tracks are spread across 12 unique environments, making Victory Heat Rally quite loaded in this regard. To be frank, this amount of quality content is pretty generous for an arcade racer these days, so well done to the team for stacking Victory Heat Rally from the go. The main meat of the game is the Championship mode, a 6 to 8 hour campaign that will take you through various themed tours with their own race events and challenges, all culminate in a showdown with a rival. Beat them, beat the tour, and unlock your rival for personal use. The difficulty of the campaign is low, despite a couple of spikes. The lack of challenge could be an issue for those only interested in the Championship mode, so there's room for a sequel to expand the scope here. The non-race challenges should have featured in their own Outrun 2 coast-to-coast style mode too. Otherwise, you have your standard Cup-style Grand Prix, single race, time trial and split-screen multiplayer modes. Replay value ultimately comes down to how much time you choose to invest in the time trial, multiplayer and other modes once the campaign is done. Victory Heat Rally has some issues communicating basic race information to the player. For instance, it took 3 hours of gameplay to realise that when you finish a single race event in Championship mode, the colour of the goal splash text indicates your finishing place, be it gold, silver or bronze. So if you don't pay attention to your race or medal tally during a race, you'll have to wait until you get back to the world map to see your stats. Stats at the end of a race are a must. It affects restarts and wastes time by forcing you to return to the world map for extended information that really should be available on completion of a race. Making things even more confusing, Grand Prix races show a purple-coloured goal followed by a full race tally. There's no reason why single race events shouldn't do this too. Visual quirks do exist also, and bugs in the game are mostly visual in nature. Example, invisible cars on certain camera angles on certain terrain. It's nothing too crazy though. So in summary, great AV presentation, fantastic controls, and stellar course design really make Victory Heat Rally stand out from almost every other retro-themed arcade racer out there. It's pick up and play, but there are layers that will keep you coming back to master all it has to offer, if you feel so inclined. There's a sheer excellence in execution on display that truly puts Victory Heat Rally a step above the rest. It's really only led down by a lack of difficulty, and other things that essentially come down to personal preference. On the whole though, Victory Heat Rally is a momentous achievement, and SkyDevilPalm have created an arcade racer for the ages. Here's hoping they keep on making races. Our favourite subgenre is better off for having them in it. Victory Heat Rally comes highly recommended and gets an overall Arcade Racing Central score of 90%. And finally, we've got a second opinion by NoMooreMercy, another arcade racing YouTuber out there who I respect.
Victory Heat Rally is a much needed and much appreciated modern retro arcade racer. It's very colorful with 2D, 3D visuals that make it stand out from other recent releases. It's a fast-paced, drift-first game with tracks built to complement its driving style. Big drifts and big jumps aplenty, the game is action-packed from start to finish. The game's campaign is surprisingly deep with multiple different modes to play and characters to unlock with their own strengths and weaknesses, which can be tweaked further with different car parts to suit your driving style. Victory Heat Rally unfortunately comes up a bit short in its multiplayer offerings, with no online multiplayer of any kind. Instead, Victory Heat Rally keeps it old school with 4-player local split screen only. If that's not a deal breaker for you, then Victory Heat Rally is a very fast, very frantic, and very fun game that scratches that arcade racing itch.
Thank you NoMooreMercy for that second opinion. I'll be linking his channel in the comments below. So that's our review of Victory Heat Rally. If you like what I do, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.